driver's stand. We've got 4 marshals. One more if possible. All right, thank you, Aaron, Richard, appreciate it. Ryan. Ryan's not even racing, but he's out here to marshal, appreciate it. All right. Oh, I see how it's going. Tips for marshaling. Tips for marshaling. 2 hands. 2 hands, that's a tip for marshaling. And if they're not going to let off the throttle, you don't have to marshal them. Stadium truck going to start us off tonight. I'm going to put my microphone in a little bit better place. How's that? And we'll start our racing. Looking for clean laps on the sound of the tone. Victor going to lead them out, followed by Ben, Thomas, and John, already wheel to wheel. And then Joe. Oh, Joe's upside down. Joe's been the one to watch in Stadium Truck the last few race days. I know he did better than I did when I got to race Stadium Truck most recently. And he used his Stadium Truck to kick my butt in our March Madness Open Truck class. He had the measure of the truck class running Stadium Truck while everybody else was running short course. Go figure. The open wheel car beating everybody. Oh, chaos this lap. Couple of big crashes. That's going to put John Duke and Thomas Ball to the front, followed by Ben, Joe, and Victor. We are planning track change. We got about 2 weeks. Track change on Monday the 14th and Tuesday the 15th. If you have the time to help us out, it is greatly appreciated. We do need a pretty healthy number of volunteers for track change. It's usually 5 or 6. We'll give you free racing for each day that you volunteer. It is that important to us. If you volunteer twice, you get 2 free race days. Right now, Thomas out front with 3 minutes to go. I've got to go take care of Colby in the hobby shop. I'll be right back. All right, we are just passing the halfway point now. Joe has made his way to the front from the 5th starting position. It's Joe, Thomas, Ben, Victor, and John. John having fallen from the lead all the way to the back. Right now, fast lap of the race belongs to Joe. He did come from the back of the pack to get to the lead, so that's kind of no surprise, turning fast laps to get to the front. But you got to turn clean laps as well as we approach 2 minutes to go. Joe, Thomas, and Ben, your top 3.
2 minutes left.
Great to see healthy Stadium Truck turnout. I've lost count of how many times in a row to get Stadium Truck. We're down to 120 to go. Joe, Thomas, and Victor now your top 3.
1 minute left.
Yeah, have a good night. All right, we're closing in. Less than 1 minute to go. Out front is Joe. Oh, only 10 seconds now. Thomas and Ben, your top three. All right, that's time, drivers. Finish the laps you're on.
John Duke done.
Looks like John gets to be the first one done. One more to finish. I want everybody to grab the blowers before they head off the track. And that is a complete race. You've got Ben, 19.504, Thomas, 20.507, and Joe, 21.510. Thank you, everybody. Next up will be our race number 2. That's going to be our first group of the 21.5 buggies. All right, sounds like the track's blowing off. Let's get our drivers from race number 1 out to Marshall. Race number 2 up on the driver's stand. You are good to check in.
Tash Treadwell.
We've got some new racers tonight. We've got Alyssa making her racing debut. And then Tash, I think he's got less than a handful of races under his belt as well. So make sure you give them a hand, give them any tips and pointers, in a nice, friendly manner, of course. All right. So I think I've got everybody checked in, but I'm going to need to close the straightaway. Close the straightaway, and I would like to have Richard cross the line for me. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Richard Moedge.
And then Alyssa. Can I get Alyssa to drive across the line for me? Okay, that's what I thought. Sounds good.
Alyssa
We've
Richard.
got everybody checked in. So Tash will be starting up front, followed by Richard, Alyssa, Aaron, and Bob. Tash, Richard, Alyssa, Aaron, and Bob going to make up race number 2 for us in our first round of qualifying. Here comes your opportunity to set TQ. Looking for clean laps to do it. We've got a first-timer, somebody driving a new car, and somebody with, just a handful of races. This is going to be exciting. Marshals, are you ready? Drivers ready. Clean, smooth racing on the sound of the tone. And they're off. Alyssa goes for the wheel stand. Maybe we'll do a best trick competition soon. Tash looks like he may get to lead the first lap, followed by Richard. Then Bob, Aaron rolls it over, and Alyssa. That is one lap in the books. Ooh, big tumble out of Aaron, I think. Yeah, I mean, if we're going for best trick, you guys are doing amazing. Everybody's done bicycles. I've seen a cartwheel. We are rocking it. Up front, it's Tash and Richard down the straightaway. Our top two grid positions right now battling for the lead as they head down the hill. Making the turn and going back uphill. Ooh, watch the end of the straightaway. Aaron's bouncing off the plexiglass. Tash and Richard headed down the hill. Oh, Richard goes over the top to make the pass. Goes up the hill. Looks like he's going to make it stick. We are 3:45 to go. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. There we go. Good job. Had a lot of cool special orders come through the shop in the last week. 8-scale body, 8-scale kit, OGO bag. We can get all sorts of stuff. You just got to let us know. Oh, we got another one behind you, Joe. Thanks, Thomas. All right, 2 minutes down, 3 to go. 2 down, 3 to go. Richard, Bob, Tash, your top three, followed by Aaron and Alyssa. Nice and smooth is the way to do it. Your leader going to be that yellow, blue, and gray TLR headed down the hill. That's a vehicle that just came out of the used case yesterday, I believe. And he's out there leading the race. So right now we've got a TLR leading 4 Associateds. Two minutes to go. Richard, Bob, now Aaron in the 3 spot.
2 minutes left.
Race number 3 will be up next. That's our second group of 21.5 two-wheel drive. Pace out front is respectable. 25.03 currently for the pace, 21.5. Oh, 3 cars upside down all at once. It was almost like they coordinated it. So yellow, blue, gray is your leader. White, blue, and black is your second place. And then white with the yellow wheels in third place. 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
I love watching new drivers learn how to negotiate the track. You can see improvement every couple of laps. It's a fun thing to watch. 45 seconds left, drivers. All right, that's the tone, drivers.
Richard,
Finish the laps you're on.
Alyssa Rochelle done. Tash Treadwell done. Aaron Casey done. All drivers are finished. Bob Torvund done.
All right, so let's see what our results were for race number 2. Aaron does 18.516, Bob 20.516, and Richard gonna take that one with a 25.05, setting the top qualifier mark. Let's see what our drivers in heat number 3 have to say about it.
Joe Saw, Brian Langdon, Ben Ludlam, Kendra Knowles, Chuck Erickson.
All right, let's see if we've got everybody checked in. We do, so let's close the straightaway, get our marshals positioned, and I'll get you your lineup with Ben up front, Chuck in the 2 spot, Brian, Kendra, and Joe. Again, Ben, Chuck, Brian, Kendra, and Joe. I appreciate that. All right. We've got drivers, we've got marshals. Again, the mark to beat set by Richard at a 25.05. Got to turn clean laps if you want that TQ. Here's your chance on the sound of the tone. Ben jumping out quick. Makes a little bit of a mistake, and Chuck's going to be in the front, followed by Brian, and then Kendra, Joe, and Ben. This is also Ben's first race day, I believe. Props to Ben for making the jump from practice to racing. That can be a big step. Right now, Chuck working on building up a cushion. He made his way to the front early. The pack is headed down the straightaway. Good battle going for second place right now. Brian's got it. Kendra and Joe both trying to take it. They head through the uphill doubles. Joe with a little bit of a bobble. Kendra gets inside going down the straightaway. Looks like she made it stick. Kendra to the 2 spot. With 4 minutes to go, let's see if she's got anything for Chuck. Chuck's been working hard, dialing his cars in. He plans to head out to Eaton's Intermountain Raceway in Utah for their April Fool's Classic. That's always a good one. The more RC drivers tend to travel pretty well, the more Mafia, as it's affectionately known. We'll be rooting for everybody that heads out to Utah. Hoping you guys bring home some hardware. I know last year a lot of people got interviewed. Mod Media was out at that race, I believe. I saw Casey getting interviewed. I think Cam might have even gotten an interview in that one. We are 3 minutes to go. Chuck, Kendra, Brian, Joe, then Ben. Oh, watch out bottom of the hill. Looks like Alyssa's out there. Got it fixed up. We will take a break between round 1 and 2 since we only have 4 heats tonight. We'll take a little break, probably in the neighborhood of 10 minutes, maybe 15. Up next is going to be four-wheel drive. Should be our fastest group of the night. John's up here saying he loves to go fast. Chuck's pretty good. Chuck is no slouch, that's for sure. Chuck and Kendra both on pace 23.
2 minutes left.
That pace out front again, 23.510. Kendra, Brian, and Joe all on pace for 22 as they head down the straightaway. Chuck making a little bit of a lapper move on everybody. So your leader is that white, yellow, orange, and gray headed down the straightaway. That was pretty. Second place is Kendra, pink, blue, and green. And then Brian, white, orange, and gray in the 3 spot. Those drivers all separated by about 6 seconds independently. 1:15 to go as Brian heads out for another lap.
One minute left.
Chuck still out front at the 1 to go mark, followed by Kendra, Brian, Joe, then Ben. Ben closing in on a 20-lap run. Just gotta be smooth. Watch out going down the hill. Clear? Car is tumbling left and right in front of Chuck, and he just threads the needle, makes his way through. Showing why he's earning that top qualifier mark. Kendra and Brian having a little bit of a battle here in the closing stages of this heat race. 10 seconds to go, and they're only separated by about 2 seconds on track. Chuck's going to make it out for one more. Kendra makes one more. Brian does not. Brian and Ben, the first 2 racers done. Marshals will ask you to grab the blowers before you head off the track. You've got 1 car left to finish.
All drivers
and that's going to do it. Brian, 21.5 flat. Kendra, 23.512. And Chuck, 23.508. So Kendra and Chuck are going to be your drivers to beat for 21.5 if you're looking to top qualify. Up next is four-wheel drive.
Andre Pasilko. John Duke. Richard Moench.
All right, so we're going to have 3 cars in four-wheel drive tonight. Andre, Richard, and John. Uh-oh, I saw John get checked in and he's back in the pits. I don't know, didn't see what happened there. Yeah, maybe just a low battery. Okay. Well, no pressure tonight. We've got a pretty easy program. So let's see if John can just fix it with a battery swap. We'll give him the racer's minute. While we're doing that, who hasn't taken the opportunity to drive the sprint car? Oh, come on. It's great fun. It's up front. Got the battery charged. It doesn't jump very well. It's got kind of short shocks on it. It's kind of heavy. It does drive on the dirt. I drove it like, the straightaway down here and turned it around. It's a lot of fun. Drove it outside. It does wheelies outside. It really needs a bigger track than what's out there. But, we'll see how popularity of stuff goes, and maybe we'll be Friday Night Lights Oval with NASCARs and sprint cars. That could be fun. We're going to make it, John? All right, he's changing the battery, so our lineup's going to be Andre, Richard, and then John for four-wheel drive. Do appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I know the weather's getting pretty nice outside. A lot of people just ran 8 scale down at TNR for their St. Patrick's Day race. So our lineup again, Andre, Richard, and John. Uh-oh. That's a challenge. I mean, I've had laser eye surgery and I'm still wearing glasses. All right. We've got drivers. We've got marshals. Four-wheel drive going to be our final heat race of round number 1. It's always interesting, and we're going live on the Sound of the Tone. I'm using my radio voice today. The dulcet sounds of Eric Adams on announcer, MHOR RC Raceway. Andre in four-wheel drive going to lead him around lap number 1. Richard and John both traction rolling onto the straightaway. So that's going to be the battle to watch headed down the hill. Oh. I believe both of those cars are TLR.
Transponder 6030334.
Well, that's cute. All right. We've got John scoring correctly now. It really didn't like that battery. All right, out front, 4 minutes to go. Andre looking for 24 laps. He was predicted 23 and 5 flat last time by. Battle to watch headed down the straightaway. Richard and John, the TLR drivers. Downhill doubles make the turn, going back up the hill. Oh, Richard with a rollover at the end of the straightaway. John's going to sneak by. Oh, Richard feeling the pressure, rolls it over a second time. 3:30 to go. Andre making some nice laps. His top 3 is 37.8 So that's a 14-second average. But then the announcer's curse strikes. And then the marshal's curse strikes. Oh, watch out at the bottom of the hill. Now we're clear. Yeah, you got it. Nice and smooth. See, we had some training going on Sunday. We've got some paint marks on the track for places maybe to guide people to hit these spots, kind of a deal. Not a bad idea. Might be something we do in the future, a little bit of a training day. We can get one of the more experienced racers to help out. Give everybody some racing line technique kind of stuff. People will tell you things like slow in, fast out, and you go edge to edge to hit the apex, but sometimes it's more complicated than that. Depending on the terrain, which is why everybody loves off-road, you get that elevation change, adding some spice to your program. And if you're going to set up a pass, that can be a big thing too. See if you can set it up a couple of corners before you get there so you can get by traffic as smoothly as possible. Speaking of getting by traffic, yellow, orange, and gray car is your leader. He's got a lap up on the field right now, pace at 23.505. John in second place looking at 22, and Richard on pace for 20, maybe 21 right now. We will take a little bit of a break between this race and the start of round number 2. As we hit the 1 to go.
1 minute left.
Andre, John, Richard, your running order. Big crash out of Richard. Always surprised everybody's able to drive away from these real crazy looking crashes. You see cars bouncing off of pipes or going for a cartwheel. Back in the 90s, man, that was it. You were done. You go cartwheeling down the track. Now you just flip it over and drive away. It's a pretty great time to be a 10 scale off-road racer. 30 seconds. Still Andre, John, and Richard. Oh! Richard going a little bit too fast at the end of the straightaway. Tests out our plexiglass. It held up. Always good when the plexiglass holds up. Never want to have that fail. All right. Andre going to be the first one done. He gets 23.502. That's going to set top qualifier mark for him. John brings it home in second, 22.510, and Richard gets 21.512. That's it for round number 1. Thank you, drivers. We'll have, like I said, about 10-minute break, so that's going to put us, let's call it 7:30. We'll start round 2 at 7:30. All right, you've got about 5 minutes. I will flip the grid positions around, but the heats will not change. You'll be in the same heats as what we ran for round number 1. Oh, I do. Yep, I got some. All right, so let's get race number 1, stadium truck, up to the driver's stand, and our marshals from race number 4, and again, a couple volunteers if we can find some, please. All right, So let's get our cars checked in for Stadium Truck, and we will get racing round 2 underway.
Ben Cropper, Thomas Ball,
So we'll be looking for Joe, Thomas, John, Ben, and Victor. And again, we'll need some volunteers to help us marshal so we can get this race underway.
Victor Wu, John Duke,
All right, it looks like everybody's checked in. Let's close this straight away, line them up, check for our marshals, and we'll get racing round 2 underway. All right. So I've got 3 marshals. Could use another, at least one. I can come down off of the timing stand and help with the marshaling. But one more would be grand. Let's see. Andre. If I can have Andre out to marshal, that should be good to set us up. Our lineup's going to be Joe, Thomas, John, Ben, and Victor. Oh, Kendra coming out to marshal. Thanks, Kendra. Yeah, probably in the corner. Yeah, probably in the corner, actually under where Victor's standing. Probably most efficient. Yeah, practice those sweet dance moves. Well, if you guys don't crash, we don't have to practice the dance moves. Hey, I mean, I wish I could practice what I preach, but I crash all the time. All right, so Joe set the mark with 21.510 in round number 1. Hey, Andre, could I have you out to marshal as well for me, please? And then we will be all set. We got Joe, Thomas, John, Ben, Victor. Joe set TQ from the back of the field. Let's see what he can do from the front. We're going live on the Sound of the Tone. Here we go. Joe leading them around. Thomas and John playing roadblock. Ben says, I want to get through. And then Victor says, I'm going to put in work. I'm going from the back to the front. Just watch me. Oh, head-on collision. That's all right. They're stadium trucks. They can take it. So what do you guys think is going to happen first? We're going to see a new TLR car, or we're going to see a T7? What's going to happen first? Watch out heading down the hill. Watch out going down the hill. Sounds like the vote was for T7. All right, as we approach 4 minutes to go, we've got Ben out front, followed by Victor, Joe, Thomas, and John. All right, 3 minutes to go. Ben still out front, followed by Thomas, Victor, John, and Joe. Your round 1 TQ having a little bit of a struggle here in round number 2. As we approach halfway, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard says Ben still out front, followed by Victor, Thomas, John, and Joe. Less than 2 minutes remaining. The pace out front, 25:03. Ben's still got to find about 4 seconds to challenge for TQ. Working his way through traffic. He's just passed John, making the turn, headed up the hill. That blue with the orange stripe and white wheels, that is your current leader. Oh, getting squirrely on the straightaway, though. That doesn't help his cause. It definitely warms my heart seeing Stadium Truck running so strong. This is like 8 race days in a row that we've been able to run Stadium Truck, which is pretty darn sweet. 45 seconds to go as Thomas heads out for another lap in that all-black TLR rocking the Vision chassis conversion. Victor out there in the super modified Rustler, running the homemade carbon double-decker chassis, mid-motor. He's been slowly figuring that bad boy out. Right now he's running in second place. Let's go check our estimator with 10 seconds to go. This will be Victor's fastest race in that Rustler. Oh, Ben, you didn't make it. Caught at the line.
John Duke done.
Drivers, finish the laps you're on.
Thomas Ball done. All drivers are finished.
That's going to do it. Let's get those blowers as marshals head off the track. Victor 25:11, Thomas 25:10. And Ben does 20 in 5:01. Joe unable to complete the race, but he does hold on to TQ. Up next is race number 2. That's going to be our first grouping of 21.5 two-wheel drive.
Tash Treadwell, Aaron Casey, Bob Torvund.
Let's get everybody checked in.
Alyssa Rochelle, Richard Moench,
All right, we should have drivers from race number 1 out to Marshall. I see everybody's checked in for race number 2. Let's close the straightaway and line them up. That lineup's going to have Bob up front, followed by Aaron Casey, then Alyssa, Richard, and Tash. Bob, Aaron, Alyssa, Richard, and Tash. All right. Can I get a round of applause for Alyssa and Tash? Awesome seeing people making the adventure into racing. Borrowed cars, it's all good. However you get into racing, we welcome it. Right now, we're going to do qualifier round 2 for race 2. You're looking for 23.508. Chuck set the bar mighty high. Clean laps is how you do it on the sound of the tone. And they're off. Oh, Tash making big moves. He's gone from 5th to 3rd in 2 corners. He's up to 2nd, headed up the hill. Oh, gets caught on traffic. It's amazing what these new cars drive away from. You hear that noise and old schools like Victor, like, oh, that sounds terrible. But they just drive away. It's great. It's great. They just drive away. Oh, watch out, bottom of the hill. Sean Smith stepping in, reaching over the wall to help Marshall. Appreciate it. Oh, Aaron, wrong side of the track. Joe's going to get him fixed up. We are 3:30 to go, drivers. 3:30 to go. Richard out front, followed by Tash, Bob, Alyssa, and Aaron. Oh, somebody's beached. Looks like that's Alyssa. Watch the double lander on the uphill. That was your leader upside down. That's going to put Tash back to the front. That's where he started in qualifier 1. Oh, a little wild going down the hill though. Over jumped it, got into the marbles. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Gentle inputs. We are 3 minutes to go. And Richard has made his way back to the front. So that's that yellow, blue, and gray TLR. He's in front of Bob. White, blue, and black, also a TLR. So we've got 2 TLRs and 3 Associateds in this race. And right now the TLRs are out front. I believe Brian's also running a TLR in the other group. Good to see a strong showing. Oh, watch out on the straightaway. It's a foot race. Thanks, Ben. Oh, watch the end of the straightaway. Battle for the lead continues between Bob and Richard. They're headed down the hill. Battle in our 21.5. Makes the turn. They're going up the hill. Oh, Bob on the wrong side. But Richard crashes as well. The battle is still on as they head down the straightaway. Minute 45 to go. Watch out going down the hill. Oh, they touch in the air. We're getting racy. They turn going back up the hill. Oh, now it's Richard's turn to be on the wrong side. Bob's still out front. Lead battle coming up on Alyssa as they head down the hill. Alyssa moves out of the way for Bob. Oh, but she crashes into Richard. Watch out on the downhill doubles. Watch out on the downhill doubles. Oh. You all right, Joe?
1 minute.
Joe trying to do the honorable thing and carry the car across the track and took one right to the midsection. I know how that goes. I've had that happen. Yeah. Mine was like right in the belly button. 45 seconds to go. Bob out front. That white, blue, and black car is your leader. Yellow, blue, and gray in the second position. Right now they're on pace for 19. They both got 20 in round number 1. They're being a little bit too racy. But I know how that goes. Sometimes you just get all excited and forget about everything else. But that's where the fun's at, is having somebody to race. Watch out going down the hill. It's clear. 10 seconds to go as our leaders head out for what should be their final lap. Watch out in the uphill doubles. It's clear. Leaders headed down the straightaway. Alyssa, you're the first one done.
Well done.
Bob's going to take it. One car left to finish. One car left to finish. That white car is still live. Oh, all that extra pressure. All right, and that does it. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Appreciate it, especially the volunteers. Aaron Casey in the third spot, 19.519. Richard, 19.503.4. And Bob's going to take that qualifying round with a 19.503.1. Up next is race number 3. That's our second grouping, a 21.5 two-wheel drive. And that should be even more amazing than this last race, if you can imagine. They're going to be shooting for 23s in race number 3.
Joe Saw, Ben Ludlam, Brian Langdon, Kendra Knowles, Chuck Erickson.
Thank you, drivers, for letting the marshals get the track blown off. Let's get those cars checked in and our drivers from race number 2 out to marshal, please. All right, we've got all our cars checked in. We just need our marshals out here from race number 2. I see Aaron and Bob. We will need Alyssa. Let's see, Alyssa. Somebody, Ryan's out here to marshal for Tash. And John's coming out. All right, so that's our 5 marshals. We should be all set. Oh, John going to take the fancy corner again. I like how it's cut down so low that you actually fit there. Sometimes we have a big hill there and your head's like in everybody's way. Well, it depends on whether or not I'm driving. You're going to ask which corner's worse to marshal. It happens a lot. As long as you're not hitting the same person in the foot every lap, it's probably okay. Yeah, you got to hit a different marshal every time. That's probably not a great precedent to set, though. All right, back to racing. Race number 3, 21.5 two-wheel drive. We're looking for 23 laps to dethrone Chuck from the TQ spot. We're live on the Sound of the Tone. Joe and Kendra are going to lead him around. Oh, Chuck getting a little bit of a bump. Down the hill, making the turn. They all make it back up. Oh, Brian upside down. First one to have to be marshaled. Oh, Chuck cutting it a little too close on the corner. Got to restart his attack. Out front, Joe still showing the way in front of Kendra. Oh, Kendra able to sneak by as they head down the hill. Back up the hill. Let's see if Joe can tuck in, follow Kendra's line. She went 23 laps in race number 1. Wouldn't be a bad one to follow. Oh, Brian upside down. He also went 23 laps. Oh, he went 21 laps in race number 1. He's our third qualifier right now. Out front, as we cross 4 minutes to go, Kendra, Joe, Chuck moving up to the 3 spot. Then you've got Brian and Ben. Oh, Ben cutting the corners just a little bit too close. Chuck jumping the wrong way, has to turn it around. 3:30 to go, still Kendra, Joe, Chuck, then Ben and Brian. Brian moving up to the 4 spot that time. Joe with a slow roller, doesn't have to be marshaled, but falls back to Chuck, who makes quick work getting the pass done on the little tabletop corner. We've got 3 minutes to go. This is our final qualifying attempt for 21.5. Up next will be 4-wheel drive. Oh, Ben's on the wrong side of the pipe. Oh, gotta wait more, Ben. You cut a huge chunk of the track. All right, leader's coming up behind you. There we go. Appreciate it. As we cross that halfway mark, Chuck and Kendra leading the way. Headed up the hill. Oh, Kendra lands a little too hard. Car rolls over. Chuck gets a free pass to the front. Kendra's got to go chase now. Chuck was chasing for the first 3 minutes. He's made it to the front. Let's see what he can do with it. Thank you, Brian. Brian smoothly letting the leaders by, showing everybody how a good sportsman handles things. Watch the end of the straightaway. We're clear. Less than 2 minutes to go. Our leaders headed down the hill. They're trying to get back into that 23 lap pace. Right now predictions are 22 flat, so we need clean laps. Oh, Kendra winds upside down. Track has dried out and gripped up considerably. If you were here yesterday, it was a little soft. We do put extra water in on Sunday while the track sits over Monday. Try to help the track recover from a hard week of racing. Out front, Chuck, white, yellow, orange, and gray. In the 2 spot, Kendra, the pink, blue, and green with the white wheels. Joe actually running in the 3 spot, currently on pace for 22, which would bump him into the 3rd qualifier position. Our leader having some trouble on the downhill. It's going to eat into his margin as he had to be marshaled. Still got 2 lapped vehicles between himself and Kendra in 2nd place, so pretty secure with 30 seconds to go. Chuck trying to lock up that top qualifier spot for 21.5 2-wheel drive for the night. Five seconds. Joe squeaks by for another lap. Chuck squeaks out one more. Chuck gets the victory lap in qualifier 2.
And run all's done.
Drivers finish the laps you're on. Looks like we've got 2 more to finish.
Joe saw done.
And that's going to do it. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Marshals, please grab the blowers as you head out. Joe does 22.511, Kendra 22.505, and Chuck with a 23.512 cements his top qualifier mark for 21.5. Oh, and everybody, we need to give Ben a round of applause. Ben Ludlum moving up to racer today. That's awesome to see.
John Duke.
Alrighty. Marshals are done getting the track cleared off. Let's get those 4-wheel drives checked in. And our drivers from race number 3 out to Marshall, please. All right. We've got the cars checked in. We've got our marshals out here, so we are set. Your lineup's going to have John up front, followed by Richard and Andre. Got to finish all of them. I know, that's why you got to finish all of them. Right. So is that a Yokomo? That's a Yokomo? Okay. I can see why you got to coach him up one at a time then. Oh, burn. Yeah, I mean, he's a better driver than I am, so I don't have room to talk. All right, we're going to go racing instead of talking. 17.5 4-wheel drive, our final heat race of the night, live in less than 5. John, quick out of the gate. They're headed down the hill, making the turn. Oh, John cutting the corner too close. Andre picking his way through. He's up to second as they make the second trip down the hill. Makes the turn. He's up front. All right, now it's Richard's turn to chase the leader. He and John both taking a tumble headed down the hill. Andre going to try to run away with it. Let's see if he can be the first one to break into 24-lap territory today. He was close in round 1. Sometimes one mistake is all it takes to dock you a whole lap. Three cars on track here in four-wheel drive, 2 TLRs and a Yokomo. No Associateds in sight. No Associateds in sight. My mistake. We've got 3 cars in a 3-car field, 3 different chassis. Great to see the variety. Oh, John giving Joe cause to lift his hands up, doing the chicken dance. No, that's arms tucked in, right? The chicken. We are 3:10 to go. Andre trying to make his way through traffic. He and John working together down there at the bottom of the hill. That's what we want to see. If you know faster car is coming, hold your line and they'll make their way around. Or you can cruise smoothly to one side of the track or the other and they'll make their way through. If you haven't noticed, being smooth is the name of the game as we approach halfway. Andre, Richard, John, your running order. So that yellow, orange, and gray Yokomo, that's your leader. The Associated upside down. And Richard out there with the TLR, trying to keep from going a lap down officially. That's going to do it. Andre with a lap on the field. Oh, but he gives it back going up the hill. Has to try again down the straightaway. Even if it's not for position, it's good to have a battle to call. I like it. Make the turn up the hill.
2 minutes left.
Oh, both drivers struggle in the middle of the track. Andre getting to try one more time. Nope. We are 1:40 to go. Pace out front right now, 23.511. Andre trying to clear traffic, get that pass stuck and pull away. See if he can improve his round 1 time. All right, clear track ahead of him. Let's see what he can do. Fastest lap so far, 12.7. I believe he had a 12.4 in round 1. Nice and smooth. Not like that. John showing you how to be upside down. Kendra there to get him fixed up. 1 minute to go. Andre, Richard, and John, your running order. Andre went 23 in round 1. John went 22. Richard went 21. Although Richard was close. Richard right on the door at 22 again with 30 seconds to go. Clean laps, and he should have it. Should be 4 more clean laps, and that would do it. Andre looking to make the pass. John checks up nicely. Lets the leader by. Doesn't lose any time. That's how you do it. Our drivers have calmed down after a hectic first couple of minutes. Now they're just putting in clean laps. Everybody's still live. Richard able to make it around for 22 if he can finish this lap. Andre, John, you are done. Andre gets a 12.4 for his fast lap in lap 18. He finishes with a 23.506. It solidifies the TQ but does not improve. Richard 22.512. That's his best run, but he's going to qualify third. And John 21.507 that time. All right. So I'll give you 10 minutes. We'll call it 8:15. 8:15 to start the mains. 8:15. right, you will need to check the heat sheets for 21.5. 21.5, check the heat sheet that I'm printing right now. There has been a little bit of move. Ow, that's not quite right. I got to move it around again. Hold on. Don't use that printout. All right, let's use that printout. That one that's coming out now. That is your official main event printout. We will run in the same order: stadium truck, 21.5 B main, 21.5 A main, and then four-wheel drive to round out the night. We'll start our main events at 8:15. You've got about 9 minutes. In case you missed it, we do have the Losi 22S Sprint car up front. That car officially goes on sale tomorrow. We've had a demo drive available since Tuesday. That car is going to be available for demo drives anytime in the foreseeable future. So if you want to have a shot at it, let me know. We keep 2 batteries charged for it, so it should always be ready. All right, so it is time. It is time. It is time. Main events. Let's get Stadium Truck up onto the driver's stand, and race number 4, our 4-wheel drives out to Marshall, plus whatever volunteers would be gracious enough to help us out. Is it just me, or is something smelling a little warm? Okay. It should be 4th. It should be in the same order as it was before. The first printout was incorrect. As a gentle reminder, if there is ever a fire, we do have a bucket of sand. Sand is the way you put out fires around here, not water. Water is a bad time for putting out lithium fires. But hopefully we won't have any lithium fires.
Ben Cropper. Thomas Ball.
All right, so again, we'll have Stadium Truck checking in for main events. Race number 4, 4-wheel drive out to Marshall, please. And we do need a couple of volunteers if we could get them, as John has been running race 1 and race 4 all night. It was an unavoidable back-to-back. So I see Victor. Is Joe gonna make it? There he is. I see him going up the driver's stand. All right. We've got Andre and Richard, Alyssa out here to Marshall. Need 1 or 2 more Marshalls if possible. We are trying to get everybody to run that wants to run today. 4-wheel drive was a little on the light side, so we'll need a couple extra Marshalls if we can.
Joe Saw.
All right, I've got everybody checked in, so let's close the straightaway so we can set our grid. Our grid will be Joe up front in the TQ position, followed by Ben, Thomas, Victor, and John. Looks like Aaron's going to help us out to Marshall. Thank you very much, Aaron. Do appreciate it. Again, Joe, Ben, Thomas, Victor, and John. Joe setting TQ pace in race number 1 of qualifying. Didn't have the chance to back it up in round number 2, but now we're going for all the marbles, as they say. This is when it counts. Main event racing on the sound of the tone. Joe is going to lead him down the hill, followed by Ben, Thomas, Victor, and John down the straightaway. Joe gets credit for leading the first lap from TQ. Everybody running in qualifying order right now. Oh, Ben getting racy on the straightaway. We do want to have clean passes if we can. Right now we've got Ben out front, followed by Thomas. Makes a little mistake. That's going to put Joe back up to the 2 spot. As a reminder, if you do bump into somebody and cause them to crash and it gains you a position, we ask you to give it back. That is the sportsman way to do it. And, Thomas losing a wheel. I know he was fighting that problem the other day as well, having trouble with rear wheel hexes. So we are down to 4 trucks. Our leader caught up on our second place actually, caught up on the wall, then caught up on the pipe. Ben trying to run away with this one. We got a lot of racing left to go, 3.5 minutes. Currently, Ben, Victor, Joe, and John, your running order. Thomas, unfortunately, out a little bit early.
Two minutes left.
All right, had to take a bit of an announcing break to answer a phone call. We are 1 minute 25 seconds to go. Ben Cropper, your leader last time around. Joe in second, Victor third, and John in the 4 spot. Those are your 4 trucks running currently. So your leader, the dark blue and orange with the white wheels. Bright blue and silver with the yellow wheels in the 2nd spot. And then the orange and blue modified tracksless Rustler running in the 3. Race number 2, our B main of 21.5 will be up next. We've got 45 seconds to go. Right now, Ben's got about a 10-second lead, which is roughly 80% of a lap. Oh. Aaron looking like he had a car to chase down the hill, but that righted itself. Got underway again. 20 seconds to go as Ben heads out for another lap. He should get this one and one more. Oh, Victor, roll it over. Doesn't quite make it all the way. Had to be marshaled. It's funny, sometimes with these big stadium truck tires, a little bit of a flick of the wrist and you can influence a roll to go over or set it back down.
Joe saw done.
Oh, Joe, you got caught. You're the first one done. Everybody else is live.
Ben Cropper done.
Ben's done. 2 more to finish.
Victor
Marshals, please grab the blowers before you head off the track.
All drivers are finished.
John's done, and that's going to be a race. In the 3 spot, Victor, 25-12. Joe caught at the line with a 20 in 5 flat. And Ben, from the second qualifier position, takes the main event with a 21-5-07. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Again, up next is our 21-5 two-wheel drive B main. That is race number 2.
Tash Treadwell, Ben Ludlam, Bob Torvund, Alyssa Rochelle.
All right. Our marshals are done with the blowers. Let's get cars checked in. Get our drivers from race number 1 back out to marshal, please. All right. Again, we want our stadium truck drivers out to marshal. 21-5 two-wheel drive out for the B main. Yeah. A little bit of radio input makes a huge difference, right? Oh, Aaron being the wrecking ball, getting
Aaron
checked in. Getting checked in. All right. Our lineup has Ben up front, followed by Bob, Aaron, Tash, and Alyssa. Again, Tash and Alyssa. New racers, thank you to them. Ben also making the jump up from practice to race. And he manages to BQ. That's a good sign for the future. All right. 21-5, main event, number 1. We're going on the sound of the tone. Oh, who's got nerves of steel? My nerves are made out of jelly. Maybe it's plasma? I don't know. Ben gonna lead him around for lap number 1, followed by Bob, Aaron, Alyssa, and Tash as they qualified. Oh, Alyssa and Tash both getting the announcer's curse. Call their name and they're upside down. I tried to do it again, but it only worked for one of them. Watch out at the bottom of the hill. Chaos and confusion. Ben makes it through. Alyssa, that's second place behind you. Thank you. All right, we've got 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Out front, it's Ben. My eyes have a hard time telling if that's a gray car or a green car, but it's got white wheels on it. He's headed down the hill. Bob in second place, the white, blue, and black. Aaron rocking the 3 spot right now in that white associated with the yellow wheels. Oh, watch out, headed down the hill. Got a marshal in there. It's clear. I don't know about you guys, but the more time I spend at the RC track, the more time I realize that I need my eyes checked. We are 3 minutes to go. 2 down, 3 to go. Ben, Bob, Aaron, Tash, and Alyssa. Everybody running as they qualified. Alyssa and Tash trying to get around each other. Aaron sneaks through the chaos as they head down the hill. That is your leader coming up behind you, Alyssa and Tash. You guys racing for position. Oh, Aaron gets stuck laying on his side. The wing just held him up there. That must be a nice new wing. Nice and crispy. As we approach 2 minutes to go, everybody's still running in qualifying order. Our leader with a bit of a bobble. Oh, watch the end of the straightaway. Watch the end of the straightaway. Good. Now we're clear. Oh, Ben and Tash, or Bob and Tash rolling over right here under the timing stand. Watch out, end of the straightaway, it's clear. Everybody's still running in qualifying order. Ben looking to put his stamp on his first main event with a wire-to-wire victory. He's got 1 more minute to hang on. He and Bob are still on the same lap.
1 minute left.
Last time by, the gap from first to second was 4.6. Now it's 5.4, so that is growing. 45 seconds to go. Race number 3, our 21.5 A main, will be up next. Oh, Tash getting a little bit of a fake out from the other cars. Aaron's playing monkey see, monkey do. Our leader bouncing off the pipe on his way down the hill. Watch out at the bottom. Watch out bottom of the hill. We're clear with 15 seconds to go. Alyssa heading out for another lap. Bob's going to get 1 more. Aaron gets 1 more. Ben sneaks by for the victory lap. Everybody's still live. Finish the laps you're on. Oh, you got 1 behind you, Ben. That was fancy. It's like that tattoo was a target.
Ben Ludlum done.
1 more, that's it. Everybody's done. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Can we get a round of applause for our new racers completing their first main event? Woo! All right, so Aaron, 19.516, Bob, 20.509, and Ben with a wire-to-wire victory, 21.514. Nice work. All right, so let's get our drivers from race number 2 out to Marshall, please. Drivers from race number 2 out to Marshall. We are good to check in cars as our marshals are done getting everything cleaned off. Just watch it as you make your way around. We still got some marshals making their way out here.
Joe Saw. Kendra Knowles.
All right. We've got everybody checked in. So let's get one more lap and then line them up. One more lap and we'll line them up. All right. Okay. Now getting them chunks. Yeah, this track is starting to dry out. It had a lot of laps put on it early with the rumble in the Rockies and the awesome paint job that Scott Deluge put on it for us. It's holding up amazing, but it does keep the water from getting into the dirt, so we're a little dry. That's all right. We'll live. Got a new track coming in April. It'll be awesome. They always are. Right now, let's focus on the action on the track. 21.5, two-wheel drive, A main event. The big show, yeah. 2 drivers running 23s. So it's going to be nice and competitive. Here we go. Main event, A main style on the sound of the tone. Chuck going to lead him around nice and tight on that first corner, headed down the hill. Chuck, Kendra, Joe, Brian, then Richard. Everybody running as they qualified so far. Chuck trying to put a gap on. Kendra trying to not let him get away. Oh, Brian upside down on the uphill. First one to be marshaled. That's never the distinction you want in a race. It happens to me all the time, though. Up front, Chuck, Kendra, Joe, your top 3 running as qualified. I'm sure as they turn clean laps, our predictions will get a little faster. First lap is pretty long on this track. Even if you run a perfect race, never have to be marshaled. Your first lap is going to be your slowest one. It's just a little extra long, as you don't get scored the first time you pass the start-finish line. Right now, we are 3:30 to go. Chuck, Kendra, Joe, Richard, and Brian, your running order. So that yellow, orange, and gray, that is your leader headed down the hill. He's coming up on Richard next. Richard moves over. Thank you, sir. Nice, courteous racers here in the 21.5 A main at MHOR RC. Up front, Chuck has 3.6 on Kendra and 2 lapped vehicles in the middle. Richard and Brian having a good race for 4th position. Brian just took it back. It took him a good 2 minutes to recover from his early mistake on lap 2. But that's the battle to watch right now. Brian and Richard going down the hill. Kendra trying to make her way through traffic. Thank you, Richard, for letting her through. Halfway, drivers, halfway. Chuck and Kendra on pace for 23. 4.3 seconds between them. Both of them head down, just trying to run clean laps, doing their best to force the other into a mistake on pure pace alone. Then you've got Joe in the 3 spot on pace for 22, followed by Brian and Richard. Oh, somebody upside down. That's Richard. He gets Marshall put back out in front of the leader. Sounds like something's rubbing. Did you check and see if the body's rubbing on something? That one's making a lot of noise. Oh, our 4th place goes down. Oh, watch out, bottom of the hill. Clear now. Richard gonna call it. Car's making a little bit of a noise. He's gonna protect it. He just picked that car up this week. He's got the four-wheel drive race to get ready for. 1 minute to go. Chuck, Kendra, Joe, Brian, and Rich, your running order.
1 minute left.
.45 seconds as Brian goes out for another lap. Looks like Richard has rejoined the fray. Getting that all-important track time ahead of his four-wheel drive main. Chuck making work of traffic as he's going around. 30 seconds to go. Chuck has 4.7 over Kendra in second place. And two slower cars between them. It's about how it was the last time I called it out. Five seconds. Kendra gets another lap. And Richard makes it out for one more if he wants it.
Chuck Erickson done.
Watch out, bottom of the hill.
Brian Langdon done. Kendra Knowles done.
Richard's going to finish that last lap, so we got one car still live. Marshals, please grab the blowers as you head off the track.
All drivers are finished.
And that's going to do it.
Done.
In the 3 spot, Joe, 22.505, Kendra, 23.509, and Chuck wins from pole position, 23.503. Goes 5 seconds faster than the TQ time. Thank you again, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Up next, our final main event of the evening, four-wheel drive. Is Andre going to make 24? No pressure. All right, we are done getting the track cleaned off. Thank you to our marshals. Let's get four-wheel drive on the driver's stand to check in, and race number 3 out to Marshall. We will round out our evening program here shortly.
Andre Paselko. Richard Moench.
right, sounds like everybody's checked in. I got one person I was working with here in the hobby shop, and I'll be right up to start the race. Your lineup's going to put Andre up front. And then I've actually got to look at the computer screen for the rest of it. My computer screen in the office was off, so now I just got dead air I got to fill. All right, Andre, John, and Richard is going to be your grid for four-wheel drive. You guys know what's up. I see marshals. Here we go. Chuck's coaching him up. Yokomo, Associated TLR, four-wheel drive on the sound of the tone. Nice and smooth. Put on a display of talent that four-wheel drive is known for. Andre, John, and Richard. Lots of yellow in these paint jobs. Really helps make the car easier to see. The debate rages on. What's faster, white wheels or yellow? It'll probably never be proven. It's almost like the LeBron versus Jordan or Kobe versus LeBron. All those debates. Who's the best hitter? Was it McGuire? Was it Sosa? Or was it Babe Ruth? Totally different era. Right now, 4 minutes to go. Andre, John, and Richard, everybody on the same lap currently. Andre doing his best to change it, running nice and smooth out front. His average is about 12.5 right now. Those are great lap times. We are 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Everybody running in qualifying order currently. All right, we are halfway. Still Andre out front, followed by John and Richard. Again, everybody's still running in their qualifying order. Andre currently 23.501 with a fast lap 12.5. That yellow, orange, and gray Yokomo, your leader, coming up on the back of the field. Everybody looking for clean, smooth passes. I see a lot of marshals sitting on their hands. That means we're having a good race. Andre looking to pick his way through traffic as they head up the hill. Oh, Richard cuts the corner a little too tight. Andre having trouble with carrying too much speed at the end of the straightaway, gives it back. There he goes, he's got it now. 1:20 to go. And John rubbing the wall, headed down the straightaway, doesn't upset the car too much. 23.502 pace. 1 minute to go. Still running in qualifying order.
1 minute left.
Track will be closed when racing is done tonight. We'll open up at noon tomorrow. The Losi 22S Sprint Car officially on sale. We do have some in stock, and we have a demo if you want to try it out. Little oval made into the track outside. 30 seconds to go. Nice save. Andre goes inside, makes the pass. 15 seconds to go. John and Richard, your running order. 5 seconds. Andre gets the victory lap, gets 24. The only one to do 24 tonight. Give him a round of applause. Awesome driving here in the four-wheel drive main. And that's going to do it. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. If I could have the marshals blow off the track for me, it helps with cleanup and watering for the night, please. Thank you. I'll see you guys up front. Again, track is closed for practice.